Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Get ready to learn something today. Because if there's one thing I know, it's that society will tell you one thing. And they'll really tell you one thing. But that one thing that they tell you, it might not be true. It takes a real critical thinker to know, is society right or is society wrong? And so what I have come to tell you about today is a very familiar controversy. And some out there would say it's not a controversy, that it's a very one-sided debate. But they're fools. They're conspiracy theorists. That's what they are. There's no other way to describe them. Because very simply, they're wrong. There is a debate. And I'll tell you the debate. And so, here's the point. You got people that tell you that the Lord of the Rings is better than the Hobbit. And they say it's not a controversy. Everybody knows this. It's obvious. Well, I'll tell it to you this way. Those people are fools. They're freaking idiots. They have no clue what they're talking about. So let me make a few things clear. The Hobbit's better than the Lord of the Rings, and here's why. We'll start with the basics, okay? We're going to evaluate the two series, movie series, not books, based on certain criteria, right? As is typically done when they rate the movies. So obviously the music of both is basically the same, though, I appreciate the dwarves singing in The Hobbit a bit more than Pippin or Merry or whoever it was singing their song in The Lord of the Rings. But let's get to the good stuff. The meat, okay? People tend to love The Lord of the Rings because it's such a deeper meaning that these simple Hobbit folk will not understand. And that The Hobbit is for little kids and that The Lord of the Rings is for real men or something stupid like that. I'll put it this way. Lord of the Rings might be for men, but The Hobbit is for dwarves. Okay? Let me get that straight for you. The Hobbit ain't for little kids. It's a lot deeper than anything in The Lord of the Rings. And I'll explain why. So, take The Lord of the Rings, for instance. You got your different themes, and they love to talk about the themes. Oh, but Gandalf went through his transformation and became Gandalf the White instead of Gandalf the Grey. It's so cool. Yes, it's cool. It is cool, okay? I mean, I agree it's cool. But so what? There's a lot of cool things in this world. Is it legendary? That's the question. Let's put it this way. You have another theme in the Lord of the Rings series, very commonly talked about by people. You got the Frodo, Samwise Gamgee struggle to, deliver this little ring into a volcano. And somehow Frodo isn't able to throw the ring into the volcano. Which, to the viewers, it's like, put that freaking ring in the volcano, you idiot. And it just annoys you that Frodo is such a little weenie. He can't throw the ring into the mountain. He needs his fat ass, I shouldn't say that word, fat, but friend, Samwise Gamgee, to do it for him. But let me tell you something. Obviously, and all these Lord of the Rings nerds will come up to you and say, but the point is that, it's not Frodo who's a little weenie. You're a little weenie, and all of humankind is a weenie. It's true, okay? It's a good point. That movie made a good point. We get it. We can figure out what a movie's theme is. We're not fifth graders anymore. We don't need our English teacher to do it for us. But guess what? I don't care. I don't care what the theme is. It's a good theme, yeah. Human sin. That's a great theme. It's a good theme. But is it that type of theme that just makes your heart just say, yes, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to sit and watch Frodo suffer in a cave, attacking his friend Samwise Gamgee while he's going, I need my ring, I need my ring, I need my ring. Do you think that's fun for me to watch? No, it's not. It's not fun, and it's not legendary. There's nothing legendary about it. It's just sad. It's like watching an animal that displays some human kindnesses from time to time, lose its humanity and become an evil, vicious little killer. It's not fun. It's stressful. And people will say, oh, but your simple brain can't handle complex stories that aren't just happy endings. Was The Hobbit a happy ending per se? No, it was the complex ending. Thorin died. He had to deal with temptation. Thorin had to deal with it probably much more than Frodo. I don't think Frodo could have handled the weight of the gold of Erebor. You know, it's just one little ring. There's a whole mountain of gold. Thorin had to deal with the mountain of gold. Frodo had to deal with the little magic ring. So, if you want to know who the real weenie is, it's Frodo, okay? But the point is, The Hobbit includes these themes of, you know, like jealousy for wealth, you know, that kind of thing. It includes the themes, but it doesn't make you depressed along the way. And I get it. You're meant to be a little uncomfortable by that stuff. You are. But you aren't meant to be like, okay, I would love it if Samwise took a turn with the ring. I mean, do you hear yourself? You're sitting here talking about a ring all day. Meanwhile, the dwarves of Erebor, my heroes, are out there fighting goblins and orcs and trolls and escaping deadly scenes. And here's the thing. People are going to talk how The Hobbit doesn't have as complex themes. Okay, its themes are simple. Okay, I like that. I don't mind. It's not about the depth of the theme. You could have a theme of a movie that's like, be nice to people. That could be the theme. It's pretty simple. It's not about the theme itself. It's about how does the movie make you feel about the theme? Does it make you say, I'm going to be kind to people forever? I love this. It's so legendary. Do you say that? Or are you like, yeah, I guess I should be nice to people? Which one is better? It's the one that makes you feel legendary. So I don't care. You could tell me all this crap about the Lord of the Rings movie. I haven't read the books. I'm sure the books are amazing. J.R. Tolkien is amazing. I love him. He wrote The Hobbit, which is, the best. So I'm sure the Lord of the Rings is better than... I'm sure the book is better than the movie is what I'm saying. But the movie doesn't rouse you to action. It's like, oh, shoot, I guess I should stay away from them rings. Okay? Them magic rings. Meanwhile, what's The Hobbit about? We gotta get together with our men and take back our homeland. Fight for our people, our country. Those are the kind of things The Hobbit teaches you. So, if you ever see any of them silly little Lord of the Rings fans out there, you be sure to show them this video and they'll know they're stupid. And, my video is getting quite long. So I'm going to take just a minute or two to address a really rather stupid argument. I hear all these people say, oh, but it's one book stretched over 3 movies. It's a long book, okay? It's a pretty long book. And if you think it's stretched out, it's not stretched out. There's stuff that happened in that book that didn't even go in the movies. So you can just shut up, okay? If anything, if they fit that into 2 movies, I would have been like, dude, what happened to this part or this part? You'd be wondering that. They put in so much quality into those 3 movies. The third one we can talk about. It's not as good as the first 2, sure, but it's got very good aspects. And if you're going to sit here and hating on the 3rd movie all day, when the 1st and 2nd movies are literal godsends, I mean, they formed me as a man in a lot of ways. If you're going to sit here and talk all day about how it's stretched into 3 movies, genuinely, how about you go stretch yourself over a cliff, okay? And I'm saying that as a joke. I don't want YouTube to take this video down. The message is too important, okay? People must know the truth. So I'm telling every single one of you people, every last one of you, spread the message. The Hobbit is better than the Lord of the Rings. I'm filming this at 12 a.m. because the idea popped into my head while I was showering. I said, people need to understand this. They don't get it. They walk around all day so confident, so arrogantly confident that their movie, their series is better than mine. Let me tell you something. You mess with the dwarves, you get muscles. You get them. You mess with hobbits and elves and humans, and those are the main characters of The Lord of the Rings, besides the one cool character, Gimli. You mess with those people, you get like a pat on the back. They'll feed you some grapes and olives and whatever those stupid elves eat. They'll play their little flutes. The dwarves will give you a good taste of manliness. That's the problem, is that people aren't manly, so they don't understand why The Hobbit is so good. And that's a wrap.